Battered by critics upon the release of its first season in 2017, Marvel's Iron Fist needed some serious image rehabilitation going into its sophomore outing. But the show's reception and quality actually has started to turn around, and it's even set a Rotten Tomatoes record in the process. According to the breakdown of data by the review aggregating site, Iron Fist has set a record for the biggest jump in quality between the first and second seasons of a TV series that Rotten Tomatoes has ever measured. Just because Iron Fist has clearly improved doesn't mean the show is suddenly great now. According to the second season's breakdown on the website, only 50% of critics across 30 reviews deem the series as being worth another look. On an A to F scale, that's still a failing grade, though it's definitely a big improvement over the first season's 19% score. When Iron Fist's first season was released in 2017, critics derided the show as being one of the single worst properties Marvel Television had yet produced. It was a feat which to this date has been exceeded only by ABC's Inhuman series, which was released the same year to a 12% Rotten Tomatoes score. Despite the major second season bump from critics, it's hard to characterize Iron Fist as being a must-see series yet. The finding is mostly encouraging for viewers who are already fans of the show, with the second season having a little more of what people like and a little less of what they don't. Unlike Hannibal or Breaking Bad, series which started good and then got even better, Iron Fist started off terribly, and is now more or less okay. Even the more negative reviews for the series are now characterizing the show as being fine, mildly entertaining, or merely boring. In other words, Iron Fist is still not exactly appointment viewing, but it probably won't ruin your day to see an episode anymore. Partially explaining the turnaround in quality is the fact that Iron Fist's second season was written under the guidance of a new showrunner, Raven Metzner. As a screenwriter and producer, Metzner previously worked on the TV series Sleepy Hollow, as well as the shows Heroes Reborn, Falling Skies, and Daybreak. He also wrote the screenplay for the movie Elektra, but that was a long time ago, so we'll try and ignore that. Metzner came on board Iron Fist as a replacement for Season 1's showrunner, Scott Buck, who'd earned himself a questionable reputation as a showrunner after overseeing the Showtime serial killer series Dexter as it fell from prestige drama into self-parody. He was also the showrunner for Marvel's Inhumans, which was quietly cancelled after 8 profoundly bad episodes. Alongside the behind-the-scenes personnel shifts, Iron Fist's second season also saw marked improvements to its cinematography and fight choreography, which are generally regarded as being pretty important ingredients for a martial arts superhero show. The new season also included an increased focus on the characters Misty Knight and Colleen Wing, better known in Marvel Comics as the Daughters of the Dragon. Season 2 sees the fighters spend some time teaming up, taking on the bad guys to enjoyable effect. Misty also gets a spiffy new robotic arm, while Colleen earns herself some impressive new powers. In short, while Iron Fist is still the lowest rated series in the Marvel Netflix collection, it significantly closed the gap in quality between itself and the other 5 shows. Unfortunately, Iron Fist's second season still seems to struggle with the same issues that affect all the shows in Marvel's Netflix universe. Whether it's Daredevil, Jessica Jones, Luke Cage, or The Punisher, every one of Marvel's streaming series has been critiqued to some extent, and Iron Fist is no exception. It still suffers from problematic pacing, some aimless subplots, and occasionally subpar production values. But the season as a whole is a big step in the right direction. Now that Iron Fist is watchable, maybe it's time to tweak and retool all the series and finally unlock the full potential of this corner of the Marvel Universe.